In this video I'll talk a bit about narrative theory, discussing Todorov's equilibrium theory, Propp's fairy tale characters, and Levi Strauss's binary oppositions. Todorov's equilibrium theory. Todorov believes that films were made up of 5 stages, and I'm going to go through the stages now in the film Shrek. First is the state of equilibrium. This is at the very beginning, where Shrek is living happily and peacefully in his swamp. Then comes disruption, which in this case is the fairy tale creatures taking over his swamp. After this is the recognition of disruption. In Shrek, this is where Shrek meets Donkey and they go to find Farquaad to get the swamp back. The 4th stage is the attempt to repair the disruption. This is when Shrek goes on a quest to save Fiona in order to get his swamp back. Finally, Shrek falls in love with the princess and they marry and live happily ever after. This is the 5th and final stage of Todorov's theory, the reinstatement of the equilibrium. Now let's talk about Propp's fairy tale character theory. He suggested that in most films there are 7 main character types. Again, I'll be using Shrek as an example. The first character is the hero, which in this case is obviously Shrek. Next is the villain, Lord Farquaad. Then the donor or enabler, which is the dragon in this case, who helps stop Farquaad's wedding. Donkey is a helper in this movie because he helps Shrek on his quest. The princess is obviously Fiona. And Lord Farquaad is also the false hero and dispatcher. The reason Farquaad is the false hero is because without sending Shrek on the quest, Shrek wouldn't have met Fiona and lived happily ever after. The last theory I will be talking about is Levi Strauss's binary oppositions. Strauss believed we understand certain words more by the understanding of the difference between the word and its opposite rather than just by its meaning. For example, good and bad, old and young, and light and dark.